Hello, welcome to Calls with your Kinky Bestie. I'm Emma. I am a submissive and mentor for fellow kinksters. This podcast is all about insights into kinky life and dating, sharing my personal experience and stories, and help share mindset shifts too to get you into a confident space, more confident than you are now. So get ready. It all starts now.
Hi, bestie. Merry holiday or Christmas or whatever you're celebrating. This episode comes out on December 25th because if you had noticed, that's my podcasting schedules. Every Monday is when my new episodes have been dropping. And I did think about maybe delaying this episode around that because, I've never posted a podcast on Christmas Day before, so I don't know if it's going to totally tank. But then I realized, I never have anything to do on Christmas Day. I'm usually just kind of sitting around my family after we do the big family stuff and killing some time on my phone. So listen to me now, or of course listen to me later if you want. And Merry Holiday. This is part 2 of the episode we started last week with the real reason you don't feel kinky enough. And that gap between having desires and then actually getting to experience them, and this not enough feeling that comes in this in-between space when you have these desires, and it's frustrating when they're not really a part of your life. There's a few different ways that your brain might work its way around this, but it usually comes down to I'm not ready, I'm not, kinky enough to get to do that thing, but you still have the desires, so it's this internal conflict thing. And if you haven't listened to that and you want, me to break that down a little bit more, go back to last week, the part 1, and we dive way deep into it. So, in the spirit of all of this, I'm going to be your little Santa Claus today, because I know you have desires, and I know that you want them fulfilled, and they're fucking kinky, because you're fucking kinky. Hey, look at you, just like me. And so, in true Santa Claus style, I'm going to tell you my exact process that I've taken to create I call it my kinky dream life. The whole process, the steps I follow when I uncover new desires to actually getting them for myself, so that you can be your own freaking Santa Claus too and follow these steps for yourself. So I'll take you through. This is basically the outline and the modules of the course. That the last day to sign up for this live round of this course is going to be December 31st this year. So you don't have much time. You have exactly 1 week. Go sign up for this course. Get yourself a little Christmas present. Basically this podcast episode, I'm just taking you through the outline so you can see, get a taste of what this process is like, what to expect, and make sure it resonates with you if you're not really sure what to expect or if this would be your thing. Okay, this is going to be fun. I'm really excited. So, the first thing that I want to address is my philosophy for this course, and also just all the self-development shit that I do. And this is addressed in the course as well. It's part of the module 1. But it's this philosophy of use a bridge, not boots. And I don't know if I've heard this somewhere or if I've made this up, but if you imagine like a mud puddle in front of you, or maybe it's like a mud stream or whatever, a lot of people, and a lot of what self-development content is a lot of people telling you, okay, well, we have to trudge through this lake or this mud puddle, or we have to do this work. So let's just get some boots and dive in and get dirty and do it. My philosophy is, okay, yes, sometimes there is a puddle you have to cross, but a lot of the times there's not. A lot of the times there's a bridge and there's an easier way to get the thing that you want. So why the fuck would you be waddling through a mud stream when there's a bridge right there? That just doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. I cannot wrap my brain around it as a neurodivergent person. And maybe you're the same too. But a lot of self-help community and has this mindset, and this is rooted in the kink community too. So I am obviously of the younger generation, So I haven't lived some of the stuff I'm about to talk about, but I have been told there used to be this like expectation in the kink community that if you wanted to be a dominant, you had to start as a sub and you had to like quote unquote like master subbiness to then graduate on to this next level. And like, yeah, this whole process of like, rites of passage and this is the consequential order and just the thing you have to do. And this is just how it is. But for me in my brain, that makes no sense. If you want to be a dom, why the fuck would you be a sub? Like, why would you? I get the mindset of like, oh, that would be really helpful knowledge to know. And, I do agree that, doms should experience what they're putting subs through just so they have an idea of it. Like, maybe give yourself a little spank with that paddle before you, get it on someone else just so you know what they're experiencing. But this idea that you have to start at this one level to get to this next one when they're two different, they're not even levels. They're just totally different, identities and roles and things. And yes, there's a lot of overlap and you of course can be a sub and want to do both of them. But like if, in certain cases, I don't think it always makes sense. I don't think there's always this, A, B, C, D, E process. Or just not in the way that you expect. And sometimes there are steps, but sometimes there are steps, but there's not those steps, and you're adding a lot of extra steps, or you're just using someone else's lots of steps because they told you that that's what you need to do, and that's not really real. That's kind of silly. That's kind of silly, and it's sometimes it can even be procrastination of again this feeling of hey, I have this desire, but I don't feel kinky enough or worthy enough or ready enough for my desire. So I'm gonna, listen to, XYZ society or this person or whoever who tells me I have to do these 5 things first before I can even think about that thing. I think the steps are actually just working towards that thing and not these other steps. So that is, sometimes we procrastinate the real work. There's also this 80-20 principle. Oh my God, is this episode going to be so long? I haven't even gotten into some water. The real meat of the modules here. I'm going to have to start summarizing them a little bit more. But I do want to say this one last thing about the bridge, not boots, thing. Okay, the 80-20 rule. 20% of our efforts result in 80% of our outcome. This has been studied over and over and over again. This is it's like a scientific law you can look into. It's really interesting. And sometimes the extremes are even more than this. Like, sometimes it's, 1% of the work you do gets you 99% of the results. And where the headspace I really want you to be in and go through this work so that you can get the thing that you want faster is to drop the procrastinating, which is that 80% of your work that isn't really getting you anywhere, that just kind of filling the day or making you feel better about getting the results from your 20% of your work, or like whatever reason it might be that you think you have to do this 80% stuff. I'm challenging you to really look at where you're getting the results and focus your energy on that instead. So that is the energy we are bringing into this whole course and this whole mindset of let's look at the things that are going to get us the results. Let's stop procrastinating because we think we're not ready. Let's just do the things and figure out where you're stopping yourself, where you're creating that 80% work, or where you're, just it might not be procrastination. It might not be procrastination as your sabotage. It might be something else that's blocking you from doing the thing. But yeah, we are going to fucking talk about it and we are going to get to the bottom of it and we are going to figure it out. And I'm going to teach you all of the skills that you need to figure this out for yourself again and again and again when you uncover new desires and want to make them a part of your life. So I will give you the next part of this module. We'll do a break and then we'll come back. So the next part of this module is identifying your kinky vision, what it is that you do want your kink life to be. There's so many tools I'm going to teach you how to do. We're going to look at what I call the circle of kink that I've made, like a tool for myself that you now get to use. Yay. And we're going to, map out not just the scenes and like the physical, kinky acts that you want to experience, but also the lifestyle that you want to like live every day, and look at how this all translates to other areas of your life. And we'll do a desire log to, just keep track of even those things that you don't want to consciously look at. And even though this is a live course, this part is obviously private. You keep it to yourself. The only parts that are live is that you basically, through every module, at the end of your module, you're going to tell me what the things that you're struggling with are anonymously, because there's other people in the course, of course. And then I'm going to answer that and figure out how to, break it down for you so that you can understand it even more clearly and just make those shifts even quicker in the next module. So, okay. So we'll do all that shit, get a lovely, depth or spread of all your kinky desires, how they fit into your life. And we're going to pick just one to focus on for the course. Reason being that you're learning a new process here. And it's really not, of course you can multitask, but it's hard to multitask well. And if you're only one human being, and if you have one goal that you're working towards, then all like 100% of the action, the energy that you're putting into achieving that goal just goes straight into that goal. But if you add even one more thing to focus on, it's immediately split. So, maybe one of your goals was to have a kinky job, and then the other one is to have a kinky partnership. Well, if while you're going through this process, you're trying to do, like, put effort into both of those things happening. Now, not to say that some of these things won't naturally click together, because they will, and that's actually the point of us choosing a focus, is we're going to choose a focus that's going to have like the max impact on the other areas of your life too. But if through every step you're putting in, this much 50% of your effort on the kinky job thing and 50% of it on the kinky relationship thing, then they're only getting half of your effort. And we're just going to start with one. Because the thing is, this is a course that exists. Like, you have lifetime access for the lifetime of the course. You can go back and do it anytime. So the first time you go through it, we're just going to figure out, and I'm going to teach you how to do this, how to find the area, a focus that's going to get you, the most impact on the rest of your life. And we're just going to lean way the fuck into it and make that big thing happen for you. So we'll identify together, what area of your life, if you completely turn it around, would have the biggest and most, positive impact on your life. And then you can come back and do every other desire on your list at any time. And they'll probably change too. So, and that's good. They should change. Okay, so we'll take a little pause here, come back, and we'll talk about the rest of the modules. All right, see ya. Hey bestie, if this is sounding amazing to you and you're so fucking ready for 2024 to be the year where you get support and do the work to live and have your dream kinky life and make real for yourself all those desires that you've had in the back of your mind for years but haven't quite gotten to have sustainably yet, go to the link in the show notes and sign up before December 31st to get in on this live version of my course, Design Your Aligned Kinky Dream Life. I'll see you inside, and we'll get back to the episode now. Okay, we're back. We're breaking down all the modules of my lovely Design Your Aligned Kinky Dream Life course. Sweet. So we talked about the overarching ideology of the course, which is to get rid of the unnecessary and really make focus all your energy on not only the actions that are going to have the highest impact on your life, but also making real the desires that are going to have the biggest impact on your life as well. So then we talked about how to identify and really figure out which part of your kinky vision is going to have the highest impact for you first and make the, just the impact, that biggest, most positive impact on you achieving the rest of your goals too, and having the most amazing life that you want. And then the next part of this is really digging into your personal beliefs that are creating the reality that you have now, because you have these desires and then you don't actually have them, like they're desires and not a part of your real life. So we'll look at which personal beliefs are, kind of where that disconnect lies. Like if you have beliefs that are contrary to that, and that's why things are getting difficult, we'll look at which beliefs will get you to what it is that you do want. And then also dealing with a lot of the other mindsets, like hiccups that come up along the way. So, judgment that you'll experience not only from yourself, but also from others. I'll teach you my method for filtering through like who is even worth your time to entertain criticism, because I really think, there's this big difference between, just kind of a attacking or baseless, or, just other people have different goals than your own. So it doesn't make sense to listen to folks who are living a different life than you want to live, because, you don't want to live your life. So if you had the same beliefs and thoughts that that person does and is projecting towards you, you would be even further away from the thing that you want, because that's not you. So we'll talk about all of that, and then also building resilience and how to actually respond to that shame and judgment when it comes up from yourself or others, when it does happen. And, hopefully it doesn't happen much. And that's part of the other modules. This will teach you how to really filter that stuff out of your life too, so that you're experiencing less of that friction. We'll get you some lube instead, so you can just get the things that you want. So that's the other module, is the personal beliefs part. And then the next one is my favorite, which is aligning your life, like your actual day-to-day life, to make it really easy to create those beliefs and also physically create that reality that you want. So this is really the phase where we're looking for bridges. So you probably already have some bridges in your life that you are either ignoring, or again, you think you have to do things the hard way, so you still got your mud boots on and you're still trudging around, and maybe you don't even realize that you're stuck, because you're just in it and have been in it for so long, and things have been moving around you. So we'll talk about how to craft your social environment, the people that you're spending time with, because that informs your behaviors more than a lot of other things on this planet do. And also your physical space, because that informs your behaviors too. The easiest way to change your habits is to change your space, because it's a lot harder to change yourself. So let's look at the easy route, which is, again, just crafting your life and how things are set up for you to get you the thing that you want, rather than, having to constantly kind of recenter yourself and work against those factors of your environment and the people that you're around. And the other part of this is how you're spending your time. We do a time inventory and look at the areas of your life that are holding you back, or that just aren't aligned with your vision at all, or working against it. And that will also help inform which social environments and physical spaces we're choosing to craft and create around this. And and also, the actions, the things that you're doing in that time, and crafting that accordingly as well. And then the last module is receiving mode. So this is that beautiful space where you've figured out what you actually want. You've worked through all the shitty, embedded, not contributing to what life you want to have beliefs that you have, and judgment and shame and whatever else you get from others, and then creating your life that makes it really easy for you to get that thing. And so then when your thing starts coming to you, which will happen, and it'll get easier and easier and easier, it's just really being receptive to that. We'll address, the self-sabotage that comes up, what some of those factors look like, how to deal with it, and yeah, just creating a space where things can happen easier and easier and easier for you, and that whenever you do get those desires, your brain and your body is going to go, yes, this feels normal and natural because of all this other, work that I've done to make it easy for myself to do it. Okay. And obviously that is me trying to be really succinct to keep this episode under 20 minutes, hopefully. Because I've got plans. I'm, taking my dog to the dog park. Things are happening, whatever. I hope you enjoyed this lovely, lovely episode and breakdown. And again, we've got one more week for you to get in on this beautiful live round, which I've decided is going to be the lowest price this course will be. I plan to increase the price once it's actually created, because this is a lifetime access course. And I know right now, like the modules I just told you, that's not going to be it. Like as I'm making this, I'm just going to come up with more amazing shit to throw in there in the form of bonuses and extra tools and whatever. And I really want the course to be able to expand with that. And whenever you get in it, whenever you do, you will have lifetime access to all of those lovely updates and amazing things that will change and shift. This is just the first freaking round. So get yourself a lovely little Christmas present. Align your lovely kinky dream life to yourself. You've got 1 week to do it, to get, again, this low price and this special live edition that's going to be crafted for you. And I'm just so excited to get you the life that you want. I think, this is some of the most impactful work that I've done for myself and for my self-esteem and just my life over the past few years. I'm really excited to be able to share this on a larger format, just, to the broader public. Because again, this process has been really life-changing for me, and I think it will be life-changing for you too. I know it will be, because, I've been working as a kink mentor for the past year and have seen amazing results with these processes. So the fact that we can bring it all together and bundle it up into a lovely little course that you can watch in your jammies in your bed whenever you want, and will have super clear homework for your ADHD, maybe squiggly brain to easily chug through and comprehend. Yeah, I'm fucking excited for you. This is going to be amazing. So I will see you in the course. The link in the show notes will be in the show notes for you to sign up. If you miss the sign up period, I'm sure I will have it sometime in the future. Click the link anyways. There might be a wait list to get in, or, it just might be, have shifted and changed over the years. Who knows when you're listening to this? I plan on doing this for a very long fucking time. And of course, there's always the option to work one-on-one with me as well. However, my offers shift and change. So you can actually just hop on a cute little Google Meets video call with me, one-on-one, super private, cozy, talk about your kinky shit that you want to have happen, what mindsets you're working through, and do the fucking thing. And I will call you on your shit whenever you're trying to throw on some mud boots and wade through, and I'll say, hey, there's a bridge over there instead. Let's just do the thing that's going to get you the thing that you want, instead of trying to punish yourself for no reason because you don't think you're kinky enough or worthy enough to get your kinky desires, or whatever the fuck self shit you're going through. I see you, and I'm here for you, and this course is literally made for you, and I will see you in it. And also, I'm going to see you next week in this next podcast episode, and the one after that, and the one after that. All right, bye, bestie. See you. Merry Christmas. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining me this episode. You can follow the podcast on the platform where you're listening to get updates with new episodes. You can follow me on social media at Kinky Bestie. I'm on Instagram. You can also check the show notes for any links or resources that I talked about in this episode, or just more ways to connect with me. And please share this with your kinky friends who could benefit from this type of content. There is also an option for each podcast episode to engage with Q&As or polls So I'd love to hear from you and create future episodes around what you want to chime in with. So please check those out in the show notes too. And I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.